Alright everybody, what's good? It's DJ Hipnotic and I want to welcome today's special guest, Nate Larson. Alright, Nate Larson, hello?
Hey, how are you doing everybody?
Hey, what's going on with you? Like, why don't you describe a little bit about what you do for everybody
Okay,
else?
well, I am an R&B singer from Orlando, Florida, and I'm promoting my first single off my self-titled EP.
Okay, great. So you're all the way from Orlando, Florida. Tell us a little bit about your music. You sing R&B, and what did you say the name of your EP is called?
My EP is self-titled Nate Larson. This single from This Miracle Girl, so everybody can check that out. And yeah, I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I have a huge passion for what I do. I love music, and I love everybody check it out.
All right, that's what's up. So, like, when does your project expect to be released to the public, for everybody to hear?
Right, well, right now I have an EP out on iTunes and on the internet, and I have a remixed CD, and I'm now working on my first full-length album, and that's called the R&B Chronicle.
Okay, that's what's up. That sounds good. All right, now, why don't you describe the single that's out right now, Miracle Girl? It really has an upbeat feel to it. I want to hear from you. How was it recording the track, and what exactly does it mean to you?
Right, well, yeah, Miracle Girl is a really cool song, and it's about a woman who everybody meets a person, whether you're a man or a woman, but that can change your life instantaneously. So this song is about that person. So Miracle Girl is about a girl who in an instant can change your life and turn it around.
Okay, I feel you on that. Do you think that you met that girl for yourself yet, or do you think you're still searching or not rushing it?
No, I haven't met her yet. I know she's out there, or a couple Miracle Girls are out there. But yeah, hopefully, that's kind of like a prototype for the girl I want to meet.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, now, I understand that this song right here was produced by Busta Rhymes and Michelle Williams. Is that correct?
Yes, the producer that produced the song is produced for, and his name's Belly, and he's produced for a bunch of other artists. I think definitely Busta Rhymes, Michelle Williams, there's a few others. So I was lucky enough to work with him.
Okay, good to know. How exactly did you get affiliated with this producer?
Well, my manager knew him, so he, and knew of his music, so he sent my bio to him, and then we got to working together.
Okay, that's good to know. So, like, are you touring? Like, where can people check you out live at? I'm like, yeah, how exactly are you doing your thing these days before your album is actually out, or your EP?
Well, I'm heavy on the social networks, so you can, my website is at natelarsonmusic.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Nate Larson Music, on MySpace at Nate Larson, and my Facebook fan page is Nate Larson. So everybody, I always respond. I always talk to my fans and anybody that wants to, send out a shout. And you can follow me on those sites.
Okay, so it's not like your assistant or your manager or anything on your account?
No, I really want to have, I feel like it's important to have a relationship with all my fans because, they support me, I support them. So, I don't have, I feel like that's really, I got into music to, make people happy, so I really want to interact with them.
Got you, that's good to know right there. So yeah, I'm sure all your fans hear this message and they will appreciate that. So, with that said, why don't you talk about how you got involved with music, how you got involved with singing? Like, were you always from Florida? Like, are you from another country? Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, well, I was born in Atlanta, but I grew up in Florida. And I've always, since I was really young, I used to sing, I used to sing little songs as a little kid and stuff. And so I always had an attraction to music. And I was always interested in music. And then once I got older, I started singing more, and then I really wanted to I got inspired through singing in talent shows and things like that. I really wanted to pursue it as a profession full time.
Okay. So like competition was like no big thing for you like growing up?
I'm sorry?
Like competition, was that like a big deal for you growing up? Growing at your dreams?
So I grew up in kind of a small town. So the people that were into music weren't really into the type I was into. So they were kind of like, I guess you could say more pop or rock. So I was kind of the oddball, but I was into R&B. But so I really didn't have, I was kind of allowed to grow musically in my own way because I didn't have any outside sources, you know. So it was kind of cool. And then, you know, I mean, I had a lot of gospel influence, so that was kind of my foundation. But in terms of R&B, there really wasn't competition that I ran into, so it was kind of cool. So I got to, you know, grow on my own.
Okay, I hear you on that. So you said people can check you out at your Twitter, which is Nate Larson. I checked out your website, by the way. It's pretty cool. Everybody, you guys should purchase the single. It's available on iTunes.
Yes, they can find it on iTunes, and it's streaming on my website, and you can check out my videos on YouTube. I'm everywhere.
Okay, that's what's up. Good to know. All right, why don't you talk about, I saw that you did a cover of Michael Jackson. What song was it? Nature. You covered.
I did a cover, and everybody can see it on YouTube, but I did a cover of Human Nature, which was really, really cool to do because, I mean, I'm a huge Michael fan like everybody else. So.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did a cover of Human Nature by Michael, and it's on YouTube, and that was a cool experience because I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, so that was kind of my tribute to him. And a guitarist friend of mine, Skip Dorsey, who's played for Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears, and he's playing with Jay Sean now, but he was actually in town, so he played guitar for me for that, so that was really cool.
All right, nice. Good stuff right there. Like, talk collaborations with us while we're on the phone. Hey, yeah, we thank you again for taking time out to call up the radio show. Like, talk collaborations.
Sure.
Who do you want to work with in the future?
Oh, in the future, I'd love to collaborate with Lil Wayne. I think that'd be interesting. I'd love to work with a ton of people, a lot of rappers and hip hop guys. I'd love to work with Rihanna. I think that'd be cool for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean? I'd like to work with Drake. You know, I love music, so I'd love to work with just about anybody.
Cool. And you just mentioned Britney Spears and Rihanna. I don't know if you heard, but Britney Spears is actually, she just got on Rihanna's S&M remix.
Oh yeah, I heard that this morning. That was pretty cool. You know,
okay.
I gotta say, Britney Spears, her vocal engineers deserve like a special Grammy because I don't know how, you know, she did that, but that was cool. I mean, that's like some space age auto-tuning, but good for her. Good for her.
It was definitely something like to listen to and like do one of those, like do a little double take, like not really Britney, but yeah, I don't know. I have my own thoughts on the S&M song. I think that she should have just left it for Rihanna. I don't know why she got on the remix.
Right. Well, I think it was kind of a. If you really don't want to know what I think they both need more ticket sales. And it was a way for them to kind of, I'll scratch my back, you scratch mine, sort of a situation. So they kind of came together in order to create a bigger buzz for both the tours. And the result of that is, you know, it got people talking about, oh, Rihanna's on tour, Britney's on tour. So it was definitely I'm sure their managers got together and like, you know what we should do? So you can kind of see the writing on the wall, but I mean, it was cool. It was interesting. Because Britney doesn't do a lot of collaborations, and Rihanna does, but it's interesting. You'll see a lot of more systematic, strategic moves that singers do now.
That's interesting, and that's a good point right there. And you wouldn't expect them to do a collaboration, but it definitely does well, and it would generate good sales. And Enrique Iglesias, he kind of like answer on the last, like out the last minute. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. He gave her the boot and said, "I'm not doing the tour with you." So it's like Britney's like all alone.
Well, I think let me just tell you what happened, because I kind of read the press release, and probably what went down behind the scenes is it was probably billed to him as a joint tour, so. Not as like he probably thought it'd be like, we'll take turns opening, whatever. I'm not the opener. There'll be an opener, and then it'll be me or Britney, and we'll take turns. But when she was on the Good Morning Americans, like, oh, Enrique opening for me, his ego probably couldn't take that. But you know, it probably would have been smart for him to hang on, because I mean, you know. He ain't that hot, let's be honest. So, and I know they announced today Nicki's taking the slot, which will be cool, because I know for a fact they will. What a lot of people don't know is a lot of opener slots. Usually you don't get paid money to do that. A lot of people don't know that, but I guarantee you with Nicki, they wrote a check. So.
Yeah, Nicki, she's
yeah. So that's a smart thing, and then it'll be a big audience for Britney and Nicki too, so everybody wins in that situation. And the thing is, Enrique, you know, you never know the financial details, but he may, in fact, make more money doing shows by himself. So it's, you know, it's interesting.
Yeah, a little push right there. Yeah, I support her comeback. I'm happy that she's actually like trying, but yeah, that's what Britney.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody like threw me under the bus and like, I don't know. I just find somebody 10 times harder, so there's no fun on her.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good to know, Paul. I want to wish you the best of luck with your career and what you want to work on in the future. Like, what do you want to
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. What do you want to venture out and do besides music?
I'd love to get, you know, in the future, get into more acting and more like comedic acting. I think that'd be fun. And then, you know, I'm growing my label as we speak, so I'm looking in the future to sign artists under my label and then grow the label so that I can help other artists and get into more publishing, more just grow my business. You know, different endorsement opportunities, different ways to expand my brand.
Okay, great. You definitely have to have a head for business, and it sounds like that you do have one. So, yeah, that's a good look.
Yeah, nowadays, you know, you really have to learn all the facets just so that, you know, so that you don't get taken advantage of. And I see a lot of artists that do. And quite honestly, it's their own fault because, you know, nobody forced them to sign those contracts. So, yeah, it is really important nowadays.
Yeah. So, you have a label behind you. Do you have, are you independent right now?
I'm currently independent, which is really cool because, you know, I can, I don't have to, you know, the normal thing nowadays with labels is it's a 360, meaning they'll take half of your touring revenue, half of your merchandising revenue, and half of your recording revenue on top of whatever you owe from the CD. So at the end of the day, you're looking at, you know, not a lot of money for the effort you put in. So I decided to go the independent route because I get to control, you know, not only my financial situation, but where I want to go creatively. I don't have someone saying, well, you should go a little more pop or whatever, because really, you know, my heart is in R&B, and I love hip-hop music too. So I really looked at it as the best option in that way.
Yeah, that's good to know. You can't limit yourself.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on the right track.
You know, when... I'm sorry?
Sounds like you're on the right track with things.
Yeah, I think I'm really, I feel really blessed to be in the position I'm in, to be doing what I'm doing. And, you know, a lot of people, what they don't realize, like, I forget who it was, but they had a big single, but I don't think their first week, their album didn't sell. I think it sold 30,000, but the thing is, if you go independent and sell 30,000, that's like, you know, you do the math on that if you keep all the money, and you know, so a lot of artists, I mean, they really should look at the independent scene just because it makes more sense most of the time.
Yeah, and it's good that you said that.